What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you are having a good day. I wanted to give an update as to what was kind of going on and kind of a situation with this. I know the last video just kind of left y'all showing that it didn't have any oil pressure, which was true. The first engine builder that I had wanted to argue and pretty much try to get out of it every way they could. And then once I had enough evidence against them showing that would stand up in court, showing that it's 100% their fault. A lot of things happened on and off camera that now kind of doesn't really need to be shown, just because it was a lot of going back and forth with the first machine shop slash engine builder. We ended up waiting 2.5 weeks to finally come to an understanding and an agreement with the first engine builder. Me and Ishmael, we ended up pulling the motor back out again, and once we got it out, I loaded everything up, put it on a pallet, and took it to George's at A-Star Diesel in Abilene. Alrighty, so as you can see in this photo here, this is my oil pump, and the wrong length of bolt was used, this is just one of the many mistakes that was found that George sent me. This is when George was tearing it down, trying to figure out why it didn't have oil pressure the first go around. The oil pickup tube coming out of the oil pump right there where it mates together, it was loose, and that was one of the main reasons why it didn't have oil pressure. And then the other reason was because a oil galley plug was left out. The next photo here is just another photo showing that the wrong length of bolt, and the bolt here actually cracked my front engine cover. And this photo here is my oil piston squirter, and it's got a solid bolt in it. It's not even a banjo bolt. They ended up putting 8 solid bolts in there. None of them were banjo bolts like I was told was going to be put in there. And then this next photo, we got all kinds of stuff going on here. So you can see that the bolts are not even a matching set. We can start with that. And then my cam plate and my cam bolt is not even in there. It's missing. Yeah, just, you know, like I said, just a lot of stuff that was done half-assed, and just very thankful that George was able to go through, figure out, and find and know what was wrong, and get all the correct parts and bolts and pieces that were just kind of thrown together. So I'm on my way to Lubbock right now to go collect some money that is owed from the first machine shop, because they up, lied, and couldn't build a motor right. I've got a box of junk parts in the back that George shipped to me. Pretty much I'm making them pay for the parts that have been damaged because of no oil pressure. Tomorrow, that's the game plan. We're gonna go pick up my motor. That, as of right now, that's the game plan. Well, y'all can see we're back. Shout out to George, A-Star Diesel. Very, very appreciative, and thank you very much for fixing machine shop's issues with the no oil pressure and everything. That he upgraded me to an L5P oil cooler, and I'm pretty happy about that. This motor's going back in, and like I said, we'll go from there. But I'm gonna start cleaning up a little bit of things and start going back with it. I'm gonna play some music, so I guess the time lapse will kind of commence for now, and if I need to pause and talk, I will. So
you stole my heart of gold after my silver soul. Can you dig any deeper now? I gave you all I own, put you on this golden throne, but I'm a little stronger now. You cashed in on my promises, you too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out. 'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now.
As you can see, my fender well here had to be modified a tad. Like I said, for the wiring, that had to be rerouted. And you can see I got a 4-inch downpipe straight from the turbo back down into my 5-inch all the way back. Huge shout out to George at A-Star Diesel. He ended up going through it and put all new bearings, upgraded me to L5P oil cooler, which was mentioned in the video. We ended up putting the adapter piece right here on the wide thermostat housing. Pretty much routes the coolant hose instead of going on the back. If you know and understand these body style, this year model, it's got a coolant hose that goes from the elbow piece on the back side of the motor, and it routes all the way up and goes into the heater core up top. So we pretty much just changed the routing of that, and it comes in right here, routes all the way through, up under, and to the back. So other than that, that's really the only thing that mainly changed. Pretty much now you're caught up with the storyline of what all is going on, and pickup's running great. I've already got about 800 miles on it now, and I'm about to do my second oil change with the break-in oil. At about 180 miles, I did the first oil change just because that's just what I wanted to do. After a few heat cycles, I just wanted to, and a little bit of miles, street driving miles, and I just wanted to put a fresh set of oil and fresh filter on there. And now I've got around 800 miles or so now, and I'm about to do the second oil change on this motor, and so far everything's looking pretty good. Little cold start, but other than that, she's running good. She sounds good. Ain't too bad. So yeah, you can see and tell. You can definitely tell it's got oil pressure this go around. So oh yeah, you get a shot of that. My lights. I'm just gonna do a simple routine oil change and just see how much wear material's in there. It's the second oil change on a brand new fresh motor. Again, it is break-in oil, so I guess we'll see how it looks and kind of go from there. Oh yeah. I mean, like I said, that's just expected for the first 2 or 3 oil changes. All that metallic, flaky looking shit, I mean, that's all pretty much expected. Of course, it's kind of a shitty pan to kind of go off of, let's see how dirty the pan is, but once you kind of look right down in there, you can see it. So, but yeah, I mean, it's really it's not too bad considering how hard I drove this thing pretty recently. But I don't know, we're gonna go from there. So the oil that I'm putting in this thing is gonna be T6 Chevrolet. This is what I ran on the last motor, and you can tell I've had this thing for a minute. It's almost like I bought this while I put the motor in the first fucking go around, because I expected it to run, you know. Wow. First engine shop. Anyways, so there's a few things I need to button up on this thing, but like I said, like my DSP5 switch ain't working right now, but that's just a whole nother story. But I ended up ordering a whole new connection, little plastic piece that goes on the end of the ECM harness. Unpin that one and then put on the new one and repin it. If you know a little bit about the aftermarket and the tuning and the DSP5 switches, you'll know that on diesels, if the DSP5 switch defaults and doesn't work, then the ECM run the lowest tune, which on this thing, I don't know what my lowest tune is. I'm gonna tell you 550, 600 to the tires. I really don't know. Got to get my cruise control working And I ordered a new AC line that goes right in here because we had to bend this one quite a bit to get it to fit. But long story short on that, ended up putting a crease in it right there because previously it was already kind of chewed up and kind of scarred a little bit. So whenever we were bending it, trying to get it to fit. Anyway, long story short, ordered a deal for it and it's in, and I need to put that on. But yeah, that's an antenna. You don't need that. I know. Come on. Yeah, I know. You know, you were a lot of help on that oil change. I noticed you were inspecting the spin-on filter and all that shit. I know. Anyways, so yeah, I gotta get my new AC line on there so that way I can have AC. It's not like it's been 75, 77 degrees in December and January so far. Oh, and I gotta do a brace that goes on the steering. It's a brace that bolts to the front differential and it helps stabilize the steering whenever I do a boosted four-wheel drive launch. But yeah, I'm gonna fire this thing up. I'm very, very happy with it so far, and we're gonna go have some fun and kind of go from there. But y'all like, subscribe, y'all stay blessed, and we'll pick back up in the next video.